they are trying to evict the tribes who are living in the jungle. Why? Because they want to loot the resources within it. Those tribes have been protecting the jungles for all these years. Now the government is trying to drive them out of the forest. A subtle science. The sunlight falls on the sea, falls on the ponds and the lakes. The water heats up and evaporates and goes up. Look at how wonderfully Kannadasan has written. The tears of the clouds are raindrops, and the tears of the nights are dewdrops. Take a closer look at the signs in it. The tears of the clouds are rain, but what evaporates at night does not turn into a cloud. Then what does it become? It turns into dewdrops and pours out at night. So the tears of the nights are dewdrops. The sunlight falls on it, and it evaporates and rises up. It floats up there, but not yet turned into a cloud, because it's not dense enough. When does it become a cloud? The sweat of the trees, the sweat of the humans, and the sweat of the birds and the animals. All of this evaporates and goes up, mixing with the water vapor that circulates above. Even then, it did not turn into a cloud. But there, the cloud forms only after the dust particles in the atmosphere mix with that existing water vapor. This cloud is pushed by the wind like a cotton. Thus, the mountains are the walls that stop the clouds that are carried away by the wind. I have quoted this many times. A nation's future is decided in its classrooms. The welfare of that country is decided in the kitchens of that country. Because food is medicine, medicine is food. Because your health depends on what you eat, so that is decided in the kitchens of the houses. The wealth of a country depends on the resources of its lands. The resources of the land depends on the purity of water that the country receives. The water resources depends on the amount of the rainfall that the country receives. The abundance of the rain depends on the richness of the mountains that the country has. This is how it works. It's a cycle. Now let's imagine that this cloud is moving in this direction. I am from Ramanathapuram. There is a sea, but no mountain. We have a sea there. The sea is nearby, but why can't we get rain? Because there are no mountains. So where does the water vapors produced there end up? It ends up at the Western Ghats. Kambam, Kumili and Theni are very wealthy. Although there is no sea, it is wealthy. Even though we have a sea, we are dry, because there are no mountains. Now these clouds are held back by the mountains. There are clouds on the mountains like a turban on the head. When and where will this cloud rain? It rains wherever it is cold. Where is the coolness? Where there are jungles, there is coolness. Thus the thick, high and cool jungles on the mountains harvest the clouds and bring them down to the earth as rain. Who planted those trees that grow thickly and beautifully on those hills? Not you, not me, not our father, not our forefathers, not even our lineage. Then who? It was the birds who planted and nurtured all those trees. Look at the nature. Banyan tree, pimple tree, neem tree. Many fruits and seeds would fall from those trees, but they don't get germinate. As you can see, a banyan seed is smaller than a fish egg. But when the seed germinates and grows into a huge tree, it will be big enough to shelter 3 armies of the king under its shade. If we plant those seeds, they will not grow. Look under those trees. Millions of fruits and seeds will be there as they fallen. They get the ability to germinate only when bats, mynas, crows or other birds eat it and expel it as waste. We are surprised when we visit the Kerala. It is very painful to think why our state is not like that. Dense forests, small roads, beautiful homes. You will never see houses without trees there.